points in the game.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteers' offense will be first on the attack. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Looking to scramble. Got his man downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Got a little space. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Tennessee.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
Cricket.
Off play action. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
So Ohio State's offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And your Tennessee Volunteers will take over.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Snowed under by the defense. And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This time they'll go to the running game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, it didn't end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball, and you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot. There are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll move the tight end. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown ball! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high, the defender. You're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him?
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they can't make the connection. It was a fair question to wonder how Ohio State would respond after getting upset by Michigan, but man, the Buckeyes look like a juggernaut, blowing out Tennessee in the college football playoff last year, and the Big Orange likely looking for payback.
For sure, they're going to be motivated because they got embarrassed in that football game. So many explosive plays from Ohio State's offense. Tennessee's defense has got to play a lot better this time around.
Yeah, and they still got some problems on the outside. That Jeremiah Smith guy, he ain't gone nowhere, right? He's still there. This offense is still explosive. Tennessee showed up, the fans did, all the way to Columbus, Ohio. Now the team's got to show up.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Sayin. That's caught, it's Tate. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. The sure hands, it's Smith. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the option. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Jackson. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. To the air, it's Sayin. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass. With the 6 on the board. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How about the way they attack the left? He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the air, it's Aguilar. Bringing the heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pumps it downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Buckeyes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Got his man quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the ball's in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on first down from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Volunteers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, and they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on second down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and rely.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Using his legs, it's Thomas. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
to throw. It's Aguilar. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Vols look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll go to the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Northern Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Smith. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. Makes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can...
Got him on the room. A dynamic return, and they finally get him out of bounds inside the 30 of the 29. So here is the Tennessee offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Thomas. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. The throw. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
To the air, it's Aguilar. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Running the option, it's Sayed. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? Like 4 verticals. This is a play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the pass is coming. Really smart defense.
To the air on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense scoops try to reel off their 4th straight win.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or 2 and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Caught behind the line. It's Graham. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Ready, break. Here we go.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Easy. Longer. Longer.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Okay, ready?
Let's see what they've got on second down. The play action fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. With the catch, it's Tate. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the left.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking down the middle. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Bringing it back. He's at the sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
That makes the score Tennessee 38, Ohio State 24.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Okay, ready?
Quarterback making checks.
42.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Morris. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the #1 team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt, but after that loss, I'm questioning whether they can even win their own conference. They got smacked around today.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters. Like in the committee's eyes, we always see like a convincing loss like this, a beatdown. Like this is not a good thing on your resume. A lot of time it ends up being an anchor that will keep you out of that spot. Still a good team. Still a lot of time to do some great things in front of them. Today was a disappointing day.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.